Hi, this is Lisa Henderson, Editorial Director of Pharmaceutical Executive, and I'm here today with Todd Phillips, Director, Regulatory Affairs and Product Development for Cardinal Health Regulatory Sciences. So Todd, thanks for joining us today.
You're welcome. Nice to be here.
So I wanted to ask, what are the various programs the FDA has to accelerate drug approvals? And generally, what requirements need to be met to take advantage of those programs?
Yeah, good question. From my perspective, FDA's expedited programs are really intended to help ensure that therapies for serious conditions are available to patients as soon as it can be determined and concluded that the therapy's benefits really justify the risks associated with those products. And currently there are 5 expedited programs at FDA, 4 of which are designations, and those include Fast Track, Breakthrough Therapy, Regenerative Medicine Advanced Therapies, and Priority Review. And the 5th expedited program is actually an approval pathway, and that's known as Accelerated Approval. And all these programs are for products intended to really treat serious conditions. That being said, each program has additional qualifying criteria. So for example, to qualify for Fast Track designation, a sponsor must provide non-clinical or clinical data demonstrating the potential to address an unmet medical need. Conversely, sponsors pursuing breakthrough therapy must provide preliminary clinical evidence indicating that their product may demonstrate the potential improvement over available therapies.
Excellent. Do you think pharma is taking advantage of these programs, and what have you seen from a utilization standpoint?
Yeah, from our perspective, specific to the clients that we work with, a large portion of manufacturers are incorporating these programs into their product development activities. And I believe this trend is reflected in FDA's 2019 approval statistics, which revealed that nearly 60% of novel drugs and biologics approved by CDER that year utilized one or more expedited programs. And based upon our experience with the work that we do on our clients on a day-to-day basis, we certainly see those benefits of these expedited programs. And a number of publications have actually quantified the benefits of these expedited programs. So for instance, there was a 2017 article in JAMA that noted development timelines for products with breakthrough therapy designation were nearly 3 years shorter than for non-breakthrough therapy products. So from my mind, that's a substantial improvement in the overall timeline associated with the time it takes to develop your product and have it approved, which really reflects the benefit of some of these expedited programs.
That's pretty significant. That 3 years is very significant. So what are some of the key elements pharma should consider before seeking to use one of these programs?
Yeah, for sponsors that are interested in one or more expedited programs, we recommend considering a few key concepts specific to program eligibility requirements. And so first, all 5 programs are really intended to treat or address unmet medical needs. And given this, having a thorough understanding of available therapies relative to the sponsor's proposed indication is critical to making an accurate unmet medical need assessment. And second, it's important for sponsors to understand the data requirements associated with each program, and specifically how these requirements coincide or correlate with their product stage of development. So a good example of that is if a sponsor is going to obtain Fast Track designation, they can do this with preclinical data only, whereas breakthrough therapy designation requires preliminary clinical data. So therefore, it's likely that a sponsor can apply for Fast Track designation earlier in the development program compared to breakthrough therapy designation, given the nature of the data required for each of these particular programs. So once a sponsor successfully fulfills all the data requirements associated with an expedited program, there are some other elements that need to be considered. Namely, the sponsor should be prepared to engage in an accelerated manufacturing program to accommodate the pace of a likely expedited clinical program. They also need to be able to host agency inspections of their manufacturing facilities early in the marketing application review process. And they need to be prepared for frequent engagements with the FDA that can come in the form of information requests or formal or informal meetings throughout both their development program and the time in which their marketing application is being reviewed by FDA.
What approach does Cardinal Health Regulatory Sciences take when assisting pharma with expedited programs?
So Cardinal Health Regulatory Sciences assists sponsors interested in pursuing one or more of these programs through our Expedited Pathway Center of Excellence. And this Center of Excellence is a cross-functional group of regulatory affairs, non-clinical, clinical, and CMC experts who provide guidance and solutions to complex product development challenges to help our clients realize the full benefits of these expedited programs. And we try to tailor our approaches to address the unique challenges associated with each development program. Some of our solutions include the creation of comprehensive product development strategies or gap analyses throughout any stage of development. Second, we can provide support for formal FDA interactions. And third, we can also help with regulatory document development and submission throughout the entire product lifecycle.
And what do you see for the future utilization of these programs? Are there particular drugs or therapy areas that will utilize the programs more?
Yeah, I believe going forward, manufacturers will continue to utilize these expedited programs, but I think increased growth will likely occur in areas of high unmet medical need. And in my mind, areas of high unmet medical need are typically with oncology or rare diseases. And so based upon the 2019 CDER approval statistics, over half of those novel drugs that were approved with breakthrough therapy designation were specific to an oncology indication, and nearly 80% of the products that utilized the accelerated approval pathway in 2019 were associated with oncology products. So I believe the utilization of one or more of these expedited programs for sponsors developing these products will increase over the next few years, but I think you'll see a marked increase in products that are intended to address high unmet medical need areas, such as oncology and rare disease.
Well, thank you, Todd. Thank you for sharing your insights with us today.
It's been my pleasure. Thanks for having me.